Why are we, as a nation, so obsessed with foreign things? Is it a legacy of our colonial years? We want foreign television sets. We want foreign shirts. We want foreign technology. Why this obsession with everything imported? All wars signify the failure of conflict resolution mechanisms, and they need post-war rebuilding of faith, trust, and confidence. I firmly believe that unless one has tasted the bitter pill of failure, one cannot aspire enough for success. We have not invaded anyone. We have not conquered anyone. We have not grabbed their land, their culture, their history, and tried to enforce our way of life on them. I have met 18 million youth, and each wants to be unique. One of the more difficult tasks for me as president was to decide on the issue of confirming capital punishment awarded by courts. To my surprise, almost all cases which were pending had a social and economic bias. Smart habitation is an integrated area of villages in a city working in harmony and where the rural and urban divide has reduced to thin line. We must think and act like a nation of 1 billion people and not like that of 1 million people. Dream, dream, dream. One lesson that every nation can learn from China is to focus more on creating village-level enterprises, quality health services and educational facilities. Building capacity dissolves differences. It irons out inequalities. When a nation is surrounded by weaponized nations, she has to equip herself. Every nation has to follow a certain policy, commercial, trade, various other types of policies. Rameswaram has, since antiquity, been an important pilgrimage destination. Nations consist of people. And with their effort, a nation can accomplish all it could ever want. I love the sea. Small aim is a crime. I'm not an expert on the arms race. Widespread use of antibiotics promotes the spread of antibiotic resistance. Smart use of antibiotics is the key to controlling its spread. India can live without nuclear weapons. That's our dream, and it should be the dream of the US also. For success of any mission, it is necessary to have creative leadership. Creative leadership is vital for government, non-governmental organizations as well as for industries. Science has revealed that the human body is made up of millions and millions of atoms. For example, I am made up of 5.8 x 1027 atoms. When you look at the light bulb above you, you remember Thomas Alva Edison. When the telephone bell rings, you remember Alexander Graham Bell. Marie Curie was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. When you see the blue sky, you think of Sir C.V. Raman. Over the years, I had nurtured the hope to be able to fly. To handle a machine as it rose higher and higher in the stratosphere was my dearest dream. Developing nations want to become developed nations. The government, whether state or central, is elected. That means we have a responsibility to elect the right kind of leaders. The Bay of Bengal is hit frequently by cyclones. The months of November and May, in particular, are dangerous in this regard. Wherever I go, as long as I get a hot vegetable dish, I am okay. If I am in Gujarat, I have Gujarati food. If it's Shillong, it's northeastern. The president's post should not be politicized. Once a president is elected, he is above politics. We must get rid of fossil fuels by developing injection systems for automobiles, which can run on biofuel. There are a number of women who have brought about immense change in society. When I took over as president, I studied the Constitution, and the more I studied it, the more I realized that it does not prevent the President of India from giving the nation a vision. So when I went and presented this vision in Parliament and in legislative assemblies, everyone welcomed it, irrespective of party affiliations. New markets could be created by rural potentials, which could lead to rise in the employment. While children are struggling to be unique, the world around them is trying all means to make them look like everybody else. The wealth of information now available at the click of a finger amazes me. There is not enough funding for basic sciences in India. We have to invest in a big way, and I am pushing that idea. Today, India consumes about 682 watts per capita, far lesser than developed nations. As India develops, it will definitely require a lot more energy. Today, India is a nuclear weapons state. For me, there are two types of people, the young and the experienced.